Dragon Ball Daima episode 4. I think it was entitled Chatty. Dragon Ball Diapers episode 4, I should say. I'm not going to take too long because I'm actually getting ready to go to the airport to pick up family. Where do I start? Where do I start? Oh, okay. Goku, Glorio, and the Supreme Kai is en route to meet the Demon King of the Third World. And was named Cannon, or what the fuck his name is, Cannon, what the fuck his name is. Because the guy's spaceship got stolen at the end of episode 2. Okay. Now, on their way there, they can't fly. The air is too thick. So it's one of those things where it's a handicap for Goku to better adapt and to get used to his body as a kid, if you really want to know the truth. All these restraints. So anyway, on the way there, they find this shop. Spoiler alert, there are bugs in the shop, like sensu beans. There's bugs in the shop that helps with recovery, stamina, and health, and if you're sick with a headache. But then they had a bug, and I think a Meiji bug, or whatever it's fucking called, that can actually fuse two people together. So we can confirm now that there's going to be some type of fucking fusion in Daima. We don't know if we'll get Vegito or Gogeta, but there will be a fusion in Daima. It might be a third totally different fucking fusion. My head hurt just thinking about it. They're going to make a kid fusion version of Goku and Vegeta. That's just as bad as the Super Saiyan 3 idealization for King Vegeta. But that's besides the point. Glorio asked the old man of the shop, do you have some type of transportation spaceship? Glorio agrees to pay a little bit of money. They got this seed ship, whatever. Pretty much, they took idea from Bleach, where they like fired this cannon thing, but it was like a catapult machine. So they catapulted them in the air. They go over this fucking pit of darkness. If they fall in there, they'll be lost forever. They could die. So they avoid doing that, and then they come up on this fucking town. Goku's thirsty, and he talked the whole episode, but whatever. Goku's thirsty, okay? So they come up on this town, and they meet some of the king's guards there, or whatever fucking that, right? Goma's king's guards, okay? They are demanding 3 gold coins because Goma feels like the rewards or the praises or whatever the fuck isn't enough, so he wants more. So pretty much, if you can't give a certain amount of coins, they take away some years of your life. They got this machine, kind of like what they use for Majin Buu to suck energy. They hooked it up to you and sucked some of your life force out. Cringiest shit ever. Midway through that, we see this damsel in distress, the margin girl. All right, and grown man catches the girl. There's one guy at least. Look like some cringe shit's finna go down, right? Because she kind of tases him or whatever. Goku can't sit back and watch an innocent little kid get beat up, of course. So he jumps into action with his power pole and whoops everybody's asses there. And then now the damsel in distress girl, aka the second grade Pan, is now joining in the fucking Glorio, Goku, and the Supreme Kai on their way to meet the Demon King of the Third World. I don't even know how to digurge all that. We do know that now things have changed. They're going to go after the 3 Dragon Balls. They're going to fight the guard of each world to get the 3 Dragon Balls. So in case Dende dies, or he's not going to die, but we never know. In case he dies, they can use them Dragon Balls to bring him back and then get the Earth Dragon Balls to restore them being back adults. Now, I believe what's going to end up happening, Dragon Ball is going to be used for something totally else, different in the world. I believe that they're going to use Goku as a pawn to beat those 3 warriors. So then the Demon Kings, which would make sense now, will have an all-out fight between the 3 of them, right? For supreme rule. And in the onslaught of that, try to take Goku out. Now we know Vegeta's gonna get there, Piccolo's gonna get there. Then we find out the Dragon Balls originally could have came from Demon World because the Namekians came from Demon World. Like, this shit is fucking, it's horrible writing all around. This was shit that should have been dead in Z. I'm sorry. I don't even know how to wrap my head around it. It's like everything we know, just forget. The Supreme Kai's from Demon Realm, Piccolo's them from Demon Realm, the Dragon Ball's originally from Demon Realm. So that would make somewhat sense of the Black Star Dragon Balls, even though it wasn't the same thing. It was the energy stored, the negative energy stored from the greed and personal emotions from wishes. You know, the selfish nature of the wishes. So you had the evil energy that accumulated in the Black Star Dragon Balls, but it's negative energy, and it's like GT, but worse than GT. I'm sorry. The only reason why I'm not giving this a negative grade, and I'm actually gonna give it a positive one, because there was some fighting in there, and the fighting was okay. It wasn't hype. It was all right. I mean, but other than that, I mean, I can't get hype. They're gonna use a bug to fuse now. We know Goku's gonna be a peon in this. I don't think Glorio's a bad guy, but I think his Demon King isn't telling him everything that he might be up to. If you feel what I'm saying, I feel like this is gonna cause the rift. You beat the guards. Now the Demon Kings don't have anything to guard their worlds, pretty much, and now you can have kings go against each other, because that's like an act of betrayal. Glorio works for the third demon king, but he does work in the second world. So he's really, I would say, loyal to the king of the second world, if that makes sense. So it's like you take Goku into the other worlds, you have him beat the guards of those worlds. That's like a direct fuck you from Glorio's king to the other kings. And then the other two kings seem like they don't want Goma there, because now we see why. Goma's finna shake a lot of shit up. He's like the Donald Trump of those worlds. He's about to shake, shit up, and a lot of people ain't gonna like what he's about to do. So, but it still doesn't make sense. This whole show doesn't make sense. But the fighting saved it from being like a -3. I'll give it a 1. It was to have some type of, I guess, different. You can eat a bug, and it's like a sensu bean, so you ain't got to worry about sensu beans going bad. You just got to go buy the bugs, right? So now we know they're going to use stuff like in Final Fantasy and shit to, or like in playing like Dragon Ball Z universe, you can use items like capsules to sustain fighting in the Demon Realm. All because they're kids. And this didn't take place in Dragon Ball Super. This is horrible. This is just horrible. Anyway, guys, I see you all Tuesday for the live stream. I'm going to be taking footage from the football game. So I don't care if the Cowboys win or the Falcons win. I want the Falcons to win, but either or, I'm going to upload that video. It's going to be a fun video because it's the Cowboys. It's the Cowboys. It's the Cowboys. I can't wait for this game. Y'all don't even know. It's better than this shit. It's better than this fucking shit. I can tell you that. Anyway, you guys have a good weekend. It's me, your boy, Savar Matner. I am out. Dragging about diapers. You're back up to an average of a -1, if I recall. You like -2. That's a -1. The positive 1 saved you from going deep into the abyss. I just don't see how you can save this show. I'm not hyped for a kid fusion with a bug. I'm not hyped at all, actually. You guys take care. I'm out, everyone. Peace.